Hi everyone, my name is Jenna Scalzetti and I'm the Associate Director of Communications with Boundless Life Sciences Group. Today joining me is Nicole Peluso. Nicole, would you like to say a little bit about yourself?
Yes, hi, I am a licensed professional counselor. I have my own private practice in Denville, New Jersey, where I provide therapy to adults 18 years and older, and I also provide wellness hours with Jenna at Boundless.
Yeah, so great of Nicole to join us today. I thought we could take some time out of our day to go over career self-care as a New Year's resolution. So Nicole, you've helped us so much thus far this year with our wellness hours. So I wanted to really ask you, how can we really amp up our self-care as a New Year's resolution? So I have some questions for you that I would like to ask you.
Perfect. Thank you for having me, by the way.
Of course. So Nicole, what are some best practices to set attainable goals for the new year?
That's a really great question. Sometimes we set really high goals and those expectations are so high that we can't meet. And when we don't meet them, we feel really poorly about ourselves. So what I like to do with my clients is have them structure their goals by utilizing this acronym called SMART. So what it stands for is specific, making your goal very specific, clear cut, no questions, you know exactly what you're working towards. Measurable, say for instance, you want to start going to the gym, right? Your measurable goal would be maybe 3 times a week. Attainable, if 3 times a week isn't good for your schedule or whatever it may be, maybe the level of motivation that you have, you want to cut that down. Relevant, is it relevant going to the gym? Why are you going to the gym? And time bound. So say for instance by February 1st, right, 1 full month of working on your goals, you want to be able to attend the gym maybe 20 times. So having this framework will help you stay on your goals, on top of them, and achieve them.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Nicole, that is great. Question for you, how can I personally apply this to my own career goals?
What would be one of your career goals so I can help you set it up?
Sure. So me being Associate Director of Communications for Boundless, I would really love to improve internal and external communications within our agency. So how using that can I measure those goals?
That is a perfect example. So hearing that goal sounds very broad, right? So you want to break it up. So what would be a little bit more specific? How can you word that in a very specific way? You don't have to do that right now, but on your, when you're trying to think of your resolutions, right? You're going to want to break that down a little bit more. Make it very specific so there's no confusion. And measurable, what does that look like? What do you have to do, right? What type of work do you have to put in order to achieve that goal? Is it attainable? Do you find that goal is relevant, attainable? Is it realistic?
Absolutely.
Perfect. And then time bound, right? So giving yourself, okay, maybe in 2 months, 3 months from now, this goal is going to be achieved, right? You can even break it down even more. Maybe it's not achieved as one big goal, but from that, you're able to break it down in different layers. And that's how you can overall achieve, your resolution for your career.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Great, Nicole. So going off that question, can you tell us how do we best pivot when there's a sudden change in the career plan?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what makes us very stressed as humans when our career plan goes
awry.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we're trying to go down this middle path, right? And all of a sudden our career just pivots. So really, and this may sound cliche and not so profound, but I like to tell my clients that everything happens for a reason and you're always going to be okay. It's okay if it pivots. It's okay if you make mistakes or your goals aren't being achieved right away. As long as you're staying true to yourself and you're utilizing self-care techniques and stress management techniques, or seeing a therapist if you need to, you can easily repivot that career change into like a beautiful thing, right? When one door closes, another one opens.
For sure. Absolutely. And would you recommend in that instance that you speak to your supervisor about, how you're feeling, that open and honest two-way communication? Do you feel that that's very relevant in growing your career?
Absolutely. So for one of the wellness hours with Boundless, I talked about setting boundaries. Setting boundaries in the workplace, setting boundaries with your family, your friends. So that's a perfect example. We want to feel comfortable enough going to our supervisor and explaining and expressing, okay, there is this change in my career and I don't know what to do, right? I need your help. Or setting a boundary with your supervisor, maybe you're getting too much work, and that's the pivot, right? So feeling comfortable and setting those boundaries is extremely important because you're going to feel empowered in the end.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that.
Sure.
And lastly, can you share examples of how a person can identify their unique self-care plan?
Yes. Well, so that's a really great question. I would tell my clients to write down what they need to work on. So I like to have them ask themselves maybe throughout the day when they're feeling stressed, what do I need right now? Right? Am I feeling achy? Do I need to schedule a massage? Do I need to practice meditation later because I can't focus? Do I need to utilize the five senses because my anxiety is through the roof and I can't stay grounded? So it really depends on what that person needs in the moment. And that's how I think someone can kind of craft their perfect self-care.
Nicole, thank you so much for being here with us today and helping us through our wellness journey at Boundless Life Sciences Group. Can you let our viewers know where they could go to find out more self-care options?
Yes, definitely. You can head to my website, empoweredhealingtherapy.com, where I have a lot of resources for self-care techniques as well as hotlines if someone may need to call someone in an emergency situation. I have all that information there.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks, everyone.